Hello, hello. I am DE Martial. Well, today I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me. Well, the first time when I started my first business, my market business, Paza Shop. Well, I met this Pakistan. In our language, we call it Makula. This Pakistan, uh, we share the same age, I believe. Well, I always had a dream of owning many supermarkets. That was in my mind since I was a child. But obviously, if you're a black guy in the rural areas, it's tend to be like your parents do not even have those dreams. They just want you to go to school, pass, have good grades, and continue going to school, and then hopefully get a job. When I'm saying hopefully, because now you cannot even get jobs like before in the 90s. It's a little bit better in then, about the early 2000s. But now it's very hard to get job. But I never really saw myself as the kind of person that I wanted to work for someone. That is not. I value freedom highly, so I always wanted to have my own supermarkets. Obviously, uh, uh, by me wanting to start, I didn't know where can I really start. I just started selling, yes, but before I started selling, I was at school. That's where I thought to myself, I'm no longer going to school now. I don't care what my parents will say about me. Don't go to school. I no longer want to go to school. I want to start my own business right now. Even though people will think that it's kind of funny because I'm not an Indian or Pakistan. Starting a spaza shop is for those people in their mind. But then I wanted to do it. Then I took I no longer go to school. Then I took a year off, not having money, not having anything. Then I got a job. The job that I got was actually doing construction. For a year, I was what I call a tagger boy. A tagger boy is where you mix the concrete, then you give the people that build the house. Since I have a mental mind that I know I wanna become something in life, so I watched them build a house, taught myself through seeing them. Within 6 months, I got promoted, by the way. I got promoted. Now I'm doing double the job. I'm a tagger boy, and now I'm doing the house too. I got to make much more money because back then, when I was working, a day per day, doesn't matter how many hours, but per day, I could get 100 rand. But now per week, doing two jobs, at least I got per week. When I say week, 7 days, I got to work for 7 days. I got 4,000. But the only thing, I only worked for 1 year. I was able to make at least 24,000. Save. I unfortunately I was still young, wanted to eat the money, so I saved a little bit, whereby I saved 12,000. Then the rest, the rest. Let's not talk about it, but the rest, I ate the rest. So I wanted to start the business, but then nobody really trusted that I could start the business. Even I knew that I would do it, and I want to do it. No matter what happened, I'm gonna do it. But I had doubts because each and everybody around me, my parents, were doubting me. But then I get to the shop. There was this Pakistan. Always when I was going to the shop, I was talking to him very friendly. When I say very friendly, I mean me very friendly to him. Then we were talking. He ended up liking me the way I am. I don't like to talk too much when I'm with people, so I observe things a little bit. So we end up talking. He told me that, man, I don't understand South African people, because South African people, like I come from Pakistan to here. People from here say there's no jobs. So I wonder why, because right now I'm having a shop in their place. They say they don't have jobs, but then there's many jobs here. I don't understand. Then I decided, okay, this guy is actually saying what I was already saying in my mind. Nah, I want to start a business like that, but I was kind of afraid. Yes, I was afraid, but knowing that I'm gonna do it, kind of afraid. So I knew for start, I have to start the business. I didn't have anything but money to start, and unfortunately enough, I had a garage. My father had a garage. I asked for the garage. I asked for the garage for at least 2 years to work on it. They say, okay, you can work on. I worked for 2 years. That's whereby I made enough money with my intellect, because I did many things. I'm not gonna share with you at once, but then I did many things. Then I got the chance to open up to build my new house. Remember, I taught myself how to build house when I was wanting the money to start the business. That means now I, I I had the power and the knowledge to build a house or my shop from scratch with my own hands. If you can see what is happening with my own hands. So I know that, okay, I did this. I asked for my father to help me. We started building the shop. I built the shop, and now I'm a good designer by head, so I design each and everything about the shop. Each and it looks superb. Remember, I didn't start because already I was selling in the garage, but now I have my shop. I have my shop. It's big now. I'm having my shop. I've actually, I don't want to give too much of everything, but I've actually right now I've given someone work in my shop. So I'm proud of myself. I want to go in other ventures in life, but then I skipped a little bit. uh, People like you love to talk about Pakistan, like, hey, they come here, they take our work, what. How about you just go to the shop of a Pakistan, talk to him or her or whatever. Normally it's him, but talk to him how he does his business. Because remember, they own the sector in the business of sponsorship. They own it all over South Africa. We all know wherever you will go, you find a Pakistan, an Indian, someone like that. Even the wholesale, they are the ones who owning these those things. Right now, I've got friends that are Pakistan or whatever. I could not call them my best friends, my best friend, because they go they go in a group, they go as a family. But then since I'm not their family, I'm the family in the money wise. So I always talk when I want to stock. I go to them. We are very friendly. Many of them I stay with them. I have too much knowledge now of business, but then they have too much knowledge because they grew up in the business. So since my family doesn't know those things, and even the people around me, unfortunately, they don't know those things. Instead of complaining that people do not know those things, I took my time and I got to the Pakistan people to learn about how they do business. Well, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a secret. uh, the thing is, Pakistan people do not own anything. They do not own anything. They just come they just come without anything, just money. They come to a place. They ask for to sell to that place. They When they sell that place, my English is a little bit down, but they ask to rent that place. When they are renting, you cannot take the place away from them because it's not their place. They're just renting. That means they're paying the monthly rate, the monthly rent. They're making money by just selling in another person's store. That means, listen to me, I started my own shop. I built it from scratch up. If I was like them, I wouldn't have built it, but rather, since as Africans, we have the ownership kind of thing. We want to own things. But them, actually, they don't want to own things, but rather they want to make money. In my mentality before, I wanted to own. It is good to own, but then you cannot own if you do not have any money on you to study to begin with. So you have to make money. You can even rent. Right now, if you are struggling and you are saying you don't have a place to start a business like a spaza shop or a shop like that, I'm advising you, with the money that you have, go to the shop that is closed. There's many shops in the rural areas, even in the urban areas, that are closed, but people need shops, they cannot find them. Go to that shop and ask to rent there. You can even ask them, okay, since that shop is closed, how about I start paying after 2 months the money that I'm supposed to rent? They won't have problem because you're starting up. Then by just renting like that, you are helping yourself grow. And I assure you, if you were renting a big shop where the shop doesn't have many shops around, you're gonna make more money. If you're thinking a sponsor shop is making less money, I'm telling you, these people are making money, bro. Because I remember even last week I was with this Pakistan person. He was putting money in his flash machine. He was putting 70,000 when I was putting at least 3,000 in my flash. To him, I know a lot of things, but to him, I'm just a little boy, even though we're not that different. But then what I'm telling is that start doing things without having the mind of ownership. You want to own everything. Yes, you can own it, but after a while, because you don't have money to own it to begin with. Remember, you didn't grow up rich or things like that. So in order to reach a certain richness of life, you have to start somewhere. So if you don't have a crutch, a shack or whatever, you just have money. Use that money, rent somewhere. So do it. I'm gonna give you other messages later on, but today this is the message to you. Thank you for subscribing, and subscribe again, and like, comment, everything. I am D Martian. I've got too much knowledge. It's in my mind. That's why I cannot even articulate myself very well. So I'm thinking too much. Next time. Thank you.